We're back at the Pickle Field House. We're on the campus of Volunteer State Community College for Game 3 of men's second day action here in the TCCAA Conference Basketball Tournament. We've had two games that really were not close, Jay.
Right. We were just talking about that before we went on here. I mean, yesterday's games, for the most part, were very close. Today, well, not so much. I mean, will that continue here for this game between the Chargers of Columbia State and Dyersburg State? I believe the Chargers, for the most part, have kind of had their way with Dyersburg State thus far this season. We'll see if that happens here today.
They absolutely have handled Dyersburg, who gets here after defeating Pellissippi State in a double overtime game yesterday, 95-87. It was tied 71 at regulation. Each team scored 10 in the first overtime, but Dyersburg put 14 on the board in the second overtime.
It'll be interesting to see if they had their legs today. You know, I mean, that was an exceptionally long contest yesterday, and of course a lot of emotions, a lot of adrenaline. It'll be interesting to see how hyped up the Eagles can be against this very tough Chargers team led by Coach Winston Neal.
Well, the problem for Columbia State is they can't play 15 players at one time. They'll play three different five-man sets if they follow the script that they've done in the games that I've been able to see.
That's the way they've done when I've watched them too this season. Coach Neal doesn't put in a sub here and there. He puts in a new wave of five guys at a time.
Let's get to Toyota of Gallatin starting lineups. First for Dyersburg with a record of 11-20 now. Head coach Wes Pittman in his first year with the Eagles. The starters: number 2, Isaiah Claybrooks; number 4, Emmanuel Okogie; number 5, Bryce Skurlark; number 11, Elijah Cosley; number 24, Destin Christian. And for Columbia State, Winston Neal in his, I believe it's his 11th year with the Chargers. He's assisted by Arthur Latham, Tony Sparkman, Larry Jones, the athletic director for Columbia State, Katie Willingham. And the starting five: Kenny Ellis wears number 2, number 3, Tyron Fisher; number 20, Tavion Comage; 23, Nate Melosa, the just recently named Defensive Player of the Year; and Jamison Glass will wear number 24. Our officials for today's game: the referee, Jason Creek, he'll toss it up, and he is flanked by Aaron Denton and David Vespi. So we are about set. Clock operators are ready, and Jason Creek tosses it up. Columbia State will take possession. Kenny Ellis will trigger the offense. Jamison Glass at the top, back to Ellis, who has to push Claybrooks off. Comage with the basketball, right wing. Ellis finds himself open for a three. His shot's off the rim, no good. Volleyball game ensues, and Glass does not use the glass. He goes straight in. Bryce Skurlark. And that ball's going to be stolen. Comage steps on the end line. Otherwise, he had a steal.
Tavion Comage is a thief in the sense that he's the number 2 steals leader in the conference, and he is so quick. Look for him to have quite a few pickoffs here today, if the past games I've seen him in are any indication.
Skurlark pass is a little too tall for Elijah Cosley. Now Comage inbounds to Kenny Ellis. Ellis picks up his dribble, expecting Fisher to come to him. Fisher was headed the wrong way. Fisher now with a very short three-point attempt. It goes out of bounds, and we'll try to get the ball back in. Dyersburg State with an up-court two-handed pass and it's collected. Cosley to a knee, Harlem Globetrotter style there. Now, yesterday's Toyota of Gallatin player of the game, Emmanuel Okogie, looked like it ball got loose in his hands. He had to just flick it with his fingers off the glass. Getting a bit of a slow start here by both teams. Melosa to Glass, top of the key. Ellis left wing.
Number
Looking
20.
inside to Melosa.
Number 24, Jamison Glass for the Chargers, as that gets sunk, a three-pointer. I was starting to say Glass may look like Steve Urkel, but don't let that fool you with the glasses and all. He is an impact player, as we already have a timeout.
Skurlark and the Eagles having trouble with that full court pressure, and that will continue the entire game.
Yes, it will, especially with the fresh legs that Coach Winston Neal will put in there.
It's 3 full 5-player teams that Coach Neal will employ. Jamison Glass, one of the first-team all-conference players from Columbia State. Nathan Melosa, also the first-team all-conference. Elijah Cosley, first-team all-conference for Dyersburg State. And, of course, Melosa is the defensive player of the year.
So some of the conference elite are in this game.
Well, Columbia State was the #1 seed a year ago, and they got to the national tournament. Nearly hit the speakers at top, and it's a pickoff. And all alone is Jamison Glass. And
the big long,
he knows what to do with it there.
Yeah, the big long arcing pass intended for Christian, but picked off by the guys in white.
Cosley fires a three. That's short. And nothing but white shirts under the basketball, or under the rim. Melosa off the glass. It's no good, and he draws the foul. Personal will be on Elijah Cosley and sending Melosa to the charity stripe. 6'10", 230-pound freshman from Raleigh, North Carolina. A full 20 that I put players on my score sheet, Jay, and Winston Neal.
He exceeds that. You need 2 sheets.
Almost. They've got more than that on their roster that's on the website, but Jana Swope, the official scorer down there, was praying that he would show her that, hey, some of these players are actually not dressing or not here. Or
they almost need to add more chairs over there on the bench.
They probably have. 2 free throws made, and
Melosa.
right now a shutout.
Claybrooks gets the inbound.
3-on-1, and they take a 3-point shot instead of going to the rim.
Tyron Fisher.
And inside, Melosa. Quick pass out to Kenny Ellis. His 3 no good. Fight for the rebound. Nearly stepped out of bounds was Okogie. Now stepping back. And a 3-point shot. No good by Skurlark. And there it is, a full new 5. Jamison Glass going to go right in. Off the glass, a little strong. He's fighting now for the volleyball rebound. 3-point shot long by Comage. Tapped in and good.
That shot attempt by Comage, my goodness, he was a good 8 feet past the 3-point line, and the shot was too long.
Checking into the game, DeCosta Ricks, #1. J.D. Claybrook wears the number 35. Arnez Anderson is #4. Peter Lusak, number 14, and waiting to check in. I believe that's 15, Sam Parson over there. And the free throw is good for Fisher. It is not. It is Murray Norman.
Murray Norman, he can pop a 3-pointer. He a good outside shooter, so look out for him.
Trap is beaten. They've got a 3-point shot, but give it up. Emmanuel Kogi has a lot better shot, and there's the first bucket of the ball game. It's a 3 for Kogi. He had 28 yesterday.
Yeah, he put on a show yesterday, but with all due respect to Pellissippi State, this Chargers team, a little bit different animal.
Murray Norman trying to direct Luzak. He comes out but doesn't get the basketball. Arnez Anderson goes to his left. Now 5 on the shot clock. Norman's going to fire from 3, left wing, strong, and right to DeCosta Ricks. Gets it up and in.
And the football score rearing its head, 14-3 here with the Chargers on top.
Full court pressure bothering the Dyersburg State Eagles.
Coach Winston Neal very animated with his instructions from the sidelines.
Claybrooks finds Christian in the corner, about 5 feet away from him, but underneath. Kick out to Claybrooks. His shot is no good. Isaiah Claybrooks had 20 in the double overtime win yesterday. His season high 25 against Shawnee.
And that shot is by Clay Brook, as opposed to Clay Brooks for Dyersburg State. J.D. Clay Brook, number 35 for the guys in white.
Luzak picks up the personal foul. Kogi will step out. A.J. Petway checks in. As does, is that Ryder Patterson down there? Is the shot's no good by Skurlark.
That's Patterson. Anderson. Yeah.
Fires the 3 and nails it. Anderson reaches in and then looks back at the official, David Vespi, and says, "You got to be kidding me." Vespi says, "I'm standing right here." Skurlark is the inbounder, and he's going to be repositioned by Aaron Denton. Claybrooks back to Skurlark. Looks up court. We'll work it around to the left side. And back out. Skurlark. It's not Skurlark. That is possibly the rebound to Patterson.
And Luchak coming up with it. One of the taller players on the Chargers, and that's saying something, is Peter Luchak, listed at 6'11".
Another 3-point attempt, no good. This one by DeCosta Ricks. Claybrooks over to Patterson. He gets it back. A.J. Petway and Skurlark exchange places in the left corner for Patterson, no good. 5 white shirts. Is Dyersburg State getting back? They have 1 field goal in the game. It's a 3-pointer.
Yeah, the Eagles not even really worrying about the offensive rebounds. They're just taking a shot and hauling tail down to the other end of the floor.
A.J. Petway's going to drive, kick, step back 3, does not take it. Petway's 3, no good. Tapped around, saved way up toward half court. It goes out of bounds. It'll be Columbia State basketball. And team number 3.
Yes, here they
makes
come.
An appearance. 27, Jawan McLemore. 22, Josiah Marsh. Number 30 is Malik Curry, and we're going to do that again. Number 13 is not on my score sheet. Let's see if I can find a name for number 13. Not even on the
stat sheet.
On the stat sheet is a number 13. Fanu Manu Lanu. First name unknown, middle name unknown, last name unknown. Also known as Unsub, is up court to Skurlark. as number 7, Antonio Ward, fouls. Well, that was Skurlark going to the basket. Let's see if I can go to the Columbia State website.
To the free throw line is Bryce Skurlark. And Bryce is a 72% shooter from there.
There is not a number 13 even on their roster. And as a matter of fact, going to go over and check, and there's not a number 13 on the official scorebook. So Winston Neal's being talked to by Jason Creek. This might be a technical foul on Columbia State. They go to the roster, and I have no idea who number 13 is.
Yeah, I've been.
Kaysen Hollinsworth, our PA
as well.
Announcer, doesn't know who it is.
And yeah, I saw Coach Neal kind of put his head in his hand with that, oh my gosh, kind of look on his face, and they may well be discussing this very thing.
Well, there wasn't a name on the scorebook. I saw Jana Swope go over and talk to head coach Winston Neal, and I went over to get who the starters are. She had the roster that Kaysen Hollinsworth, our PA guy, brought with him, because I actually typed it up. It's right here in my hand, and emailed it to him. As Clay Brooks is at the line to shoot the technical free throw. Now we'll have Skurlark throwing up a couple of shots. So number 13, there was not a number 13 on the list. Maybe it's Sam Parson who forgot his jersey. But I keep throwing, I want to get Sam Parson in the game, I guess, for some reason, not sure why. But we have a jersey Mike, so Destin Christian checking back in the game. 6'6" redshirt freshman from Atlanta, Georgia. Skurlark has 3 points from the free throw line to join the 3-point field goal. Out to the unknown player who hits a 3.
Yeah, he knocks it down, the mystery man.
Let's see who they put in the maybe that's what the problem with the live stats. 3-point shot by Patterson is good. I don't have live stats. It says am I pulling up, trying to pull the wrong one? No. Scorers table says the event has not started. So I don't have live stats.
Yeah, I was thinking it was just the connection on my gadget, but apparently it's not my gadget.
Antonio Ward probing, finds unsub. Now to the right wing, Malik Curry's shot no good. Tapped out of there by Patterson. Emmanuel Okogie will kick it back. Patterson runs that one down. Isaiah Claybrooks pointing to Christian. He gives it up to Skurlark. He's going to go to the right corner. Okogie. Shot is missed, but the lone eagle underneath the basket, Ryder Patterson, comes up with the rebound. His putback, no good, but he was harmed. He's got those pink shoes as well. Those must be a thing. Saw those in the previous game. A host of players sitting in front of the scorers table.
It's the first team, it appears, back on the floor with Comage and Glass, as well as Fisher.
Melosa and Ellis, starting 5. 20-10, make it 20-11 as Patterson will come out. Elijah Cosley back in the game. Petway guarding Ellis. Malosa gives it up to Tyron Fisher. Now they work it around the right wing. Gets the screen, kicks it to Comage. Does not take what appeared to be a somewhat open three. 5 on the shot clock. Somebody's going to have to shoot it. Comage, fadeaway shot from the right side as he hits the deck and makes the bucket. Columbia State has doubled up Dyersburg. Up court to Petway. Christian thought about a three. Back to Skurlark. Right or left corner, Cosley's three.
Yeah, the conference's leading scorer.
Wrong, I'm sorry. I'm getting Skurlark and
Yep.
Cosley mixed up. Of course, they got these navy blues with the red numbers again, and they have a similar hairstyle. That's what I'm going on. The putback is good. Is that Malosa on the floor? It is, and he will get the hoop in the harm. Malosa will go to the free throw line, see if he can convert the three-point play.
It's funny, Tim. I've looked on a couple of artificial intelligence sites and asked the question, who is number 13 on the Columbia State Chargers? And you know what they all say? For the most up-to-date jersey number, check the Columbia State website. Thank you so much, Grok and Claude and all these other AI platforms. So they don't know either. It's a big mystery.
Nobody does. The only one who knows, people know, the people on that Columbia State bench. Skurlark dribbles that one on the side, out of bounds. Ryder Patterson checks in for Bryce Skurlark. 3 players on Dyersburg roster from Atlanta. Tyron Fisher pointing. Comage left wing. Inside is Malosa. Tried to get it up off the glass on a reverse. No good. Gets his own rebound. Now to Ellis inside to Jamison. Glass with a soft touch for the bucket.
Well, Tim, I've just gotten a message from Greg Bradley, who is the play-by-play man for the Chargers, and he tells me number 13 is Jarek Kirk, a 6'7" freshman.
Is he a former NBA player that's come back to college? Is that what, is that what it is?
Out of Warren Central, Kentucky. Sam Parson, he's out with an injury at the moment, number 15. So according to Greg Bradley, who ought to know.
You write that in on my sheet right here while you have the name.
Kirk. So good to know. Our friend Greg Bradley is
listening in.
Yeah, watch it.
The voice of the Chargers. There's a three-point attempt. Nice. Skurlark. He's got his ponytail a little bit higher than Cosley does. Trying to guard Jamison Glass. Claybrooks with the rebound. Jarek, so it ends with a K.
That's what I have been sent here by Greg. You should know. Again, Greg's been covering the Columbia State Chargers for many years. He's become a good friend. We appreciate him giving us the info.
Cosley, deep three is good. Trying to get the Eagles back in this game. They're down by 9. 8:20 on the clock. Our third game of the day, followed by Rome State and Southwest Tennessee in the nightcap. Tipped away by Okogie. He is to the rim and flushes it. Emmanuel Okogie. Redshirt sophomore, 6'2".
Yeah, he
Shiloh High School.
You know, he's kind of deceptive with that 6'2" height, but man, he had no trouble getting above the rim there.
Speaking of above the rim,
Tyron
Fisher with the alley from Kenny Ellis. Claybrook trying to split glass, and Ellis. Kenny Ellis picks up the foul. Of all the games for me not to keep a score sheet, this was not the right one.
Yeah, they must be having some sort of technical difficulty down there because there are no stats coming up.
A new 5 in for Columbia State. Causley picks up the loose ball and tries to jump pass. Has it knocked down by J.D. Claybrook. Murray Norman from the right wing. Shot no good, put back no good, but apparently DeCosta Ricks was fouled on his putback, and that'll be Bryce Skurlark. 4th team foul for Dyersburg State. It's a second team foul, or second personal foul on Skurlark. Ricks at the line for 2 shots. His first is in. Is it rolled around?
Ricks listed as a Gallatin Green Wave alum.
Right down the road in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. You don't see Goodlettsville. A step in by Peter Lusak will negate Ricks's second free throw attempt. Murray Norman, Peter Lusak, Arnez Anderson, J.D. Claybrook, and DeCosta Ricks, the second team for Columbia State. Up court pass. That's Skurlark from the left wing. His shot off the glass and tapped out. Norman gets the rebound. So Skurlark, Claybrooks, Christian Okogie. And is that a Marion Davis? It is a Marion Davis.
Number 3.
From Olive Branch, Mississippi. Anderson for 3, good! Arnez Anderson right here in Nashville. Hillsboro Borough, he and Tyron Fisher.
And the pass intended for Okogie, just barely tipped by Anderson. But the pass still able to get away.
Christian steps into the three-point, from the three-point area, and his shot's a little long. Rebound to Anderson. Ricks behind the back, now back to Anderson. They want to find Norman in that corner and get him, and he finds himself open and splashes in a 3.
That's what he can do, as we have a timeout from Mr. Pittman over on the Dyersburg State bench. The head coach in his first year with the Eagles calling for the timeout. And it is a full timeout.
Did they change it? They did. Originally said
a
30-second timeout.
Motioning for the full.
Well, if they're sitting down, it's got to be a full timeout. So we'll go ahead and keep it right here, though. Walter State defeated VolState 94-62. 32-point deficit there for Walter State, who averages 102 points per game. There we go. Well, I got a little different information as to who number 13 is in this game. Darnell C., who normally wears number 34, is apparently wearing number 13 today. So, Greg, appreciate the attempt, but where's number 34 on the roster? So I'm not sure who Jarrett Kirk is, but Noah Key apparently is, they would say,
just
in
got
Nicaragua.
Conflicting info here. I would certainly.
S-E-A-Y.
Yeah, I mean, I'm seeing him here, Lead Academy out of Nashville, listed as a 5'11 freshman.
I have seen him play. As caught in the corner was Isaiah Claybrooks. His attempted pass knocked out of bounds by J.D. Claybrook. So number 13, no longer unsub. Thank you to Kaysen Hollinsworth, our public address announcer We broadcasted a lot of the regular season VolState men's and women's games.
So he obviously overheard the discussion down there and got the correct info for us.
Well, as the PA announcer, he pretty much needs to know the name. As a Kogi can't hit from the right corner. All the people down there, except for the clock operators, need to know the players' names and numbers. The scorers table, it's a company that provides administrators for games, is DeCosta Ricks steps on the boundary.
And a new wave of players coming in now for Coach Neal with 5:33 to play. So, you know, about every 7 minutes, 6-7 minutes, he's got fresh legs coming in.
I bet you if he was a hockey coach, he'd be changing on the fly. Skurlark got down in that corner, but didn't see an opening there. Cosley drives, kicks out to Skurlark. His shot no good. Rebound to Jawan McLemore from Columbia, Tennessee. 6'5" redshirt sophomore. Josiah Marsh gives it up to Darnell C. Whose shot no good. Rebound to Dyersburg State.
Yeah, we'll need to check the pronunciation on Darnell's name. Oftentimes that name is pronounced Say or Shay. I've seen it pronounced a multitude of ways.
I'm going on recollection that when I talked to Coach Neal, I think I did the Columbia State VolState broadcast, and I think I asked him, was it C or Say? And I wrote it down as C, but it's a 50-50 proposition for me. I've never seen that as Shay. And another violation as Antonio Ward steps on. I wonder if Columbia State plays on a little bit bigger floor over there in Columbia.
That could be the case. I mean, they've got...
Maybe they play on an international basketball court. I don't know if an international court is actually larger than Tennessee JUCO basketball, but there's a lot of lines out there, a lot of colors. You'll see occasionally a free throw shooter step up to the red line and have to be turned back and say, hey, sir, you need to step back onto the white line. The red line is the out of bounds marker for volleyball, which VolState will field a volleyball team for the first time this fall, along with women's soccer.
I've been calling volleyball the last few years. I've really gotten to enjoy that. That was new to me at the time, but it's a great sport to call.
And the ball knocked away right there. Might have been harmed a little bit, but
this the initial starting five back on the floor for Coach Neal.
Something just happened that I don't want to let go by the wayside. It was a palming call that was made. Said he turned the ball over. I think it happens every possession.
Oh, yeah, I agree. It's interesting that was elected to be the call. And all air ball there from a Kogi. Or pardon me, yeah.
What a run. Comage running the floor.
He's quick.
Nice pass up court. Not sure if that was Melosa that did that or not, but right wing Christian takes the 16-footer. It's no good. Rebound to Columbia State.
As Fisher brings it down.
Right inside to Melosa, and he finds Glass, who the high percentage dunk. Across the timeline. I don't think Christian shoots a lot of threes because he sure has not pulled the trigger when he's had an opportunity. Cosley, he'll shoot it from three, but he goes in, gets it off the glass, but he's met by Jamison Glass and Nate Melosa.
Yeah, Christian, at least coming into the tournament, only attempted 64 threes and only made 19 of them.
Surprised it's that many, honestly.
Yeah, 29%. Well, in contrast, Elijah Causley, he attempted 149.
Seth Lawler, the VolState men's basketball team manager, handling the mop at the other end of the floor.
And Causley at the line.
"19-point lead for Columbia State. 2.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Causley drains 2 free throws. If this was a baseball broadcast, I'd have my email address up there and try to find out where some of you are watching and listening from. As a 3-pointer is in there for Tyron Fisher. Fisher, Hillsborough Borough, right here in Nashville. Up court, Christian runs down the long pass from Bryce Skurlark, and he'll wait for his teammates to get across. Wow, we have live stats.
And they finally appeared.
They have appeared, thanks to the scorers table. My buddy Ken Stegall, co-owner. Claybrooks finds Christian, who has his shot swatted away. Destin Christian. Glass in the lane and off the glass and in. Very athletic forward for Columbia State. Columbia State has a number of players as Claybrooks hits that one. That can shoot at nobody. Jamison Glass, I believe, is the only player in double figures scoring average, 11.3 points a game. Nobody else in double figures. Kenny Ellis down in the hands of Fisher inside, and he has his pass knocked away. Melosa thought about a 3, but get it over to the 3-point shooters. That's Comage. There's the clock down to 4. And the pass, he's going to have to heave it high, arcing shot, gets off the rim, but the rebound to Destin, and they're going to say jump ball. Kenny Ellis puts his hand right on top of the ball that was hugged like a little bitty baby by Destin Christian, and that's basically almost a turnover as new 5 come on. I thought they were pointing to Columbia State's basketball, but the Toyota of Gallatin scoreboard says it's Dyersburg. The possession arrow on the actual scorer's table does not work. Christian gets it across the timeline. About 2-second difference between game clock and shot clock as Jay Harper has gone down. He'll try to run down head coach Winston Neal for a halftime interview. 8 on the shot clock. But Kogi gives it up to Christian. It's Destin Christian, kicks out to Skurlark for 3 at the buzzer, no good. Tapped around, and the game clock goes off. A 20-point lead for Columbia State, 44-24. As Winston Neal's going to go try to check on something at the scorer's table. No, he's got his drink over there. Jay Harper has now corralled, and let's go to Jay Harper and Coach Neal.
Yes, I am with Coach Winston Neal. Coach, man, you've been in a lot of tournaments over the years. When you prepare a team, do you prepare them any differently for a tournament than you do in the regular season?
Not for us. It's about consistency. You know, what if we're not doing it the right way during the season, you know, we should be doing it right all the time.
Well, I mean, are you satisfied? You've got a 20-point lead here. You never seem to take your foot off the gas. I mean, are you looking to change up anything come the second half?
Yes, not giving them threes. We've given them way too many threes.
All right, Coach. Thanks for your time. Good luck in that second half.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All righty, Winston.
All right. Thanks, Jay. And Columbia State trying to get back to the finals of the championship, where they won it all last year and went on to Hutchinson, Kansas. We'll take a break and be back with the second half after these messages. You're listening and watching the VolState Sports Network on YouTube.
You are locked on to 5. Y'all, we got a great show for you today. We're going to talk with Georgia Bryant, a student in the music program right here at VolState. But before that, let's go on over to the Student Says segment and see what's going on there. Are you ready? Let's go.
Hi, I'm Rox, and this is the Student Says segment of 5. And today we're asking, what are you doing over spring break?
I'll be working at Kroger's all spring break, but hopefully I'll be able to go somewhere else instead of work.
This week over spring break, I'm going to be dog sitting, a lot of dogs, and hanging out with friends.
Over spring break, I'm going to be going on a mission trip. I think it's like 3 days. One of my friends invited me, so that's going to be fun.
Over my spring break, I'm probably just going to be working a whole lot.
Be spending time with my mom, and I'm very excited about it. I'm studying for an anatomy lab exam and working.
I'm going to Cancun with my family.
Well, for spring break, I'm actually going to England. And I wasn't really in charge of planning everything. It was my family and my parents and my sibling. Because it's their graduation trip.
Gonna hang out with friends and also study for my exams that I'm gonna have.
Hey girl, thanks for joining us today.
Of course, thanks for having me.
Okay, so tell me, you're in the music program here. What all do you do? What are you part of? What's going on?
So I'm a music AFA major, so I take a lot of private lessons and do a lot of ensembles, and I also have a lot of music theory and ear training classes.
Okay.
That kind of makes up the majority of the major.
Okay, cool. So are you a singer? Do you play instruments? What do you do as far as in the music?
I'm mostly a singer. I've been writing songs since I was 5 or so. So I play a little bit of piano to accompany myself, but my voice is my main instrument.
Yes. There you go. I was talking with Ben Graves, our professor here earlier, and he was telling me that you're part of the jazz ensemble. Tell me about that.
I am. This is my first semester doing it, but I've really been enjoying it. It's cool. It's a lot of improvisation, which is a good challenge for me.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, and we get new pieces all the time, and we have to learn them really quick.
I bet. It's super fast.
Yeah.
So do you sing in that too?
I do, yeah.
Awesome. So how big is the ensemble? How many people are a part of it?
This semester we have a pretty big one. I think it's 13 or 14 students.
Oh, wow.
But sometimes it's only 8 or so.
Okay, that's pretty cool. What instruments are a part of it? What makes up the whole group, I guess?
Well, it depends on the semester.
Yeah.
But we've got a couple vocalists. We've got a drummer. We've got a sax player. We've got 2 trumpet players. And then we've got a few guitarists, a clarinet player.
Okay.
And we've got a pianist too.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so how do you become a part of the ensemble? How'd you hear about it?
I know about it because of the department I'm in, but I think non-music majors can be in it too.
Okay.
And you don't have to audition for it. You can just sign up.
Oh, perfect. So if any other students wanted to join, they could?
It's called the Commercial Music Ensemble.
Okay. Good to know. Okay, one last question. This is my surprise question for you. This is so random. If you could be a dipping sauce, what dipping sauce would you be?
Ooh, I'm actually not a big sauce person.
Not a big sauce person?
No.
Maybe a seasoning?
Ooh, tahini.
Tahini. Perfect. Well, thank you so much, Georgia. That's all we got for you.
Thanks for having me.
Come visit the art gallery and check out the Retro 50 Expo by Alan Messer, where you can check out artists such as Willie Nelson, Alice Cooper, and last but not least, this guy.
Hey nursing students, did you know they sell scrubs in the back corner of the bookstore? They come in 2 colors, black and navy blue, and in sizes from extra small to 3X.
Need a snack? Come by the bookstore and grab a bite to eat.
And one last thing, spring break starts next week, which means there are no classes. Take some time to relax, recharge, and enjoy the break. We'll see everyone back on campus soon. Well, That's all we got for you for 5 segments in 5 minutes. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. I'm Jessica Meyer, and y'all have a great spring break.
I'm his son. Oh yeah. Y'all, let's make a record. This. Y'all ready?
The Possum Hunters they were the first band to play the Grand Ole Opry 100 years ago this year. Not only is it the museum's 50th anniversary, but it's the 100th anniversary of the Opry, and the Possum Hunters were the very first band to play the Opry. Not only that, they opened the Opry every single Saturday night from 1925 to around 1938, 1940. They were absolute superstars.
I'd go back to my great-granddad, who was also with the Possum Hunters when his Uncle Monk played for him. My granddad was Martin Presley, George Martin Presley, and they called him Shorty. And if you ever saw a picture of him, he wasn't much bigger than the banjo that he played. But I remember as a little kid sitting around with him. You know, of course, he passed away when I was still young, but I still remember hanging out with him in the yard, and that's all he loved to do. He still, till his old age, till his dying days, that's all he wanted to do was play the banjo. As a matter of fact, that's his banjo back there behind me. We got to play that on this album. Luckily, I put a few things back on it because it was missing a head, and I had to make it playable again. But that's still the original, roughly 130-year-old banjo back there that he learned to play on.
My uncle, he tells a story that he was asked to join the Possum Hunters, but he turned them down and suggested that my uncle Monk, as he was known, his name is Noel, that he might want to play with them, and he did.
I'm on the board of directors of the Sumner County Museum, and we're having a night at the museum. And this band, this bluegrass band, local bluegrass band, who I'd seen before, called the Lugnuts, were playing there that night as entertainment. When you go in the museum, if you look up on the wall, one of the first things you'll see is this massive picture of the Possum Hunters from the late 20s. The Lugnuts that night were playing underneath the photo of the Possum Hunters, playing a Possum Hunter set list. And I'm standing across the room at this point listening, tapping my toe, and it's February. I need a project for the spring semester, and the light bulb went off. It's like, I'm going to record that. I knew it was daunting because I wanted to do a whole album. I jumped right in. I went to the museum and gave them my idea. I said, I can record it in the studio. If everybody's on board, we'll make this record. Museum loved the idea. Then I went to Steve Beischer, head of the department here.
So Cole comes with the project, and he says, this would be a great thing to do. And I agreed. I said, this is something that would be great for the school, great for students, and it's a real world thing. I took it to the school and talked to the school about it, and Dr. Tostenson, the president, said it's a cool thing. Everybody's agreed that it's a really neat thing because it connects the historical part of it and the student working on projects part of it, and all the stuff that it connects together is, I think, a worthy goal to make it as good as it can be. The students did a good job on the recording. There's probably a lot of students who've never experienced one of those instruments live and in the flesh before. So those instruments were great to have them say, well, here it is. This is what it does. Here's where the sound comes. Here's how it's played. And they can take those techniques sometimes away or put them into a project that they're working on, or say, hey, what if I put a mandolin on my rap track? What's that going to be like? Hey, why not do it? See what happens. I've spent a lot of my career with two phrases, what if and why not. It's like, what if we put a mic up here? Why not? Well, do it, see what it sounds like. If it's good, cool. If it's not, then you don't have to use it. So all of those things apply, because as they're learning things, like all these pieces of gear here, until they actually come in and turn the knob, I can talk about what this knob might do all day, but until they actually turn it and go, oh, now I understand. The whole point of the program is to come out with portfolio material, because in the real world, especially on a hands-on or a creative thing like this, like engineering or producing or something, the first thing you'll be asked is, what do you do? And you can say, this is what I do. And since it is a real-world project, it's not a theoretical, I did this for a class. It's on the market, it's for sale, my name is on it. Maybe it goes and wins Bluegrass Album of the Year. Who knows? Then you have that accolade to your credit. So it's only good things can happen for students.
Hey Jake, that personal price you gave me was a home run. I can't wait to give you some free baseball lessons.
Man, I'm really excited about this myself. But you do realize the thing with Toyota of Gallatin is everybody gets the personal price. It's what makes us special.
Wait, what? Everybody gets it?
Everybody gets it.
Let's play ball.
Okay.
Jake, you ready?
Let's do this, Coach. Hey, Coach, this is pretty easy.
We'll see about that.
Oh, I think I pulled something.
Yeah, better luck next time, old man.
I think I'm done, Coach. Call 911.
A degree in criminal justice can help you find the exciting career that you've been looking for. As a member of law enforcement, as a crime scene investigator, a teacher in a classroom, a detective working on cases, a lawyer or judge, or nearly any job where you get to put the bad guys away. Learn more at VolState.edu.
Hey there, welcome on back. We're about to get into the second half. Tim Reese along with yours truly, Jay Harper. So Tim, as we head back to the play here, what things kind of stand out for you on this stat sheet at the half?
Well, clearly Columbia State can just come at you in waves. They have three totally different teams, and they have balanced scoring for sure. Two leading scorers, Jamison Glass and Tyron Fisher, with 8 points. But they have put at least 15 out there. And, of course, we did identify who number 13 was, Darnell
Finally.
C., who did score a three-pointer in the game in the first half, but a 20-point lead here at halftime. Columbia State over Dyersburg, as we are about set for the second half. Not sure what's going on. Now Dyersburg on the court, but Columbia State still waiting, and now getting the basketballs out of the rack filled up with the basketballs.
One of the things that really stands out for me, the points in the paint for Columbia State. 18 points versus 2 for Dyersburg State.
We are underway. Kenny Ellis to Melosa, Jamison Glass at the top. The starting 5 out there is Kenny Ellis, 25 feet away from the basket. Comage drives and his floater no good. Rebound by Skurlark. Cosley at the top, gives it back to Skurlark, being guarded by Tyron Fisher. Melosa working on Elijah Cosley, a fadeaway shot no good. Jamison Glass with the rebound. That's his 4th rebound of the game. Ellis cross court to Fisher. Drives in, kicks back to Ellis. Glass inside the paint. Comage fires a 3, good. To start the second half at the 1 minute mark. First basket. And the full court pressure continues. Minutes played per game, not very high comparative to other teams for the Columbia State players. As Claybrooks throws up a prayer and it's answered. That was a little bit of contact there. No calls made.
That was just pure luck. I mean, come on. But hey, we'll take it, right?
Some people call it luck. Some people call it divine intervention. Kenny Ellis for 3, no good. Melosa fighting for the rebound, and he gets it. The bright green shoes. Comage's 3-point attempt is long. Destin Christian will track it down. Isaiah Claybrooks, Bryce Skurlock, Emmanuel Okogie, Elijah Cosley, and Destin Christian, the starting 5. Cosley 6'7". There's Christian's 3, and he drains it. All he needed was for me to say, I don't know that that's your shot, son. And
yeah, you went in and watched the.
Yeah, he must have.
Yeah, went in there and rewound things.
Yeah.
Said, who the heck does that guy think he is?
Because we're that important. Melosa right side to Comage. Comage likes this at the no-look pass to Melosa, 15-foot from the right elbow, no good. The tap back for Fisher, just out and nearly and over and back. Skurlark passing to Claybrooks. Okogie has his shot blocked by Ellis. Fisher up court, Ellis a 360 move. As Fisher tries to get it into Glass, and Glass slow getting back. Off the glass, Fisher gets the foul. The shot nearly went in. Tyron Fisher picks up his 2nd personal foul. I take that back, that's his 1st.
Columbia State Athletic Director Katie Willingham in the building. I can see her across the way there. Chatted with her a little earlier. She is going to watch this game, and then she's taken off to watch her daughter play softball in the tournament down in Alabama, and she'll be there for spring break.
Comage goes right to the rim. Shot no good. Claybrooks will give it up to see if Christian feeling it from 3. Claybrooks short.
And Fisher catches it.
Doesn't call for the fair catch, though. Fisher now fires from 3. Good.
Wow. This is just, I mean, there are a lot of good teams in this conference, and I know Walter State, the #1 seed, but this Columbia State team is just impressive to watch.
Their only losses in the conference were 2. Walter State had come in with a 25-5 record as Claybrooks gets the scoop and the score. And a 17-point lead for Columbia State as they have a new 5 ready to check in over at the scorers table. In front of the live stats folks said that there were issues with some files. Jamison Glass, one-handed shot is good. Glass, you don't see a whole lot of emotion from him. Timeout again as Skurlark can't get it in bounds. That happened in the first half. Full court pressure bothering Dyersburg State, a double overtime winner over Pellissippi, who was the Cinderella story last year. Jonathan Hughes now down on the court with the handheld camera. Let's get you the information as to who's bringing this broadcast to you. Our crew for today's game, the technical director and director. He's also the chief engineer here at VolState, A.J. Fawson. On graphics is Russell Wilson. Audio is William Sexton. The robotics, Tamira Dreer and Barry Inslee. Camera 4, camera 5, Ayana Borer. Jonathan Hughes down there on the court getting shots, showing off those pecs down there and those biceps. I think Jonathan works out a little bit. Pretty sure he does. Student here at VolState. How many students we have here? Russell Wilson, William Sexton, Tamira Dreer, Barry Inslee, and Jonathan Hughes. Jay Harper and I no longer students in college. I don't know, Jay, where you went to college.
LSNU for a little while.
LSMU.
LS and U.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Louisiana State University. Working, not traveling, apparently was
and Luchak
Skurlark
wrestles it out of the scrum. Number 14, the 6'11" player for Coach Neal.
Arnez Anderson for 3. It's off left. A.J. Petway in the game for the Eagles. Hauls down that rebound. Didn't have to leave his feet. Came right to him. Cosley straight away for 3. Good.
Cosley with 8 points now after that three-pointer.
Now the leading scorer for Dyersburg. Kicked out to DaCosta Ricks. He's going to drive in, dish it to Luzak, who tried to slam it home. Skurlark is going to pick up the foul as he knocked it out. I think that is that his third?
That would be his third foul, correct.
Peter, spelled P-I-O-T-R.
Yes, the Eastern European spelling.
From Orlando, Florida, 6'11", 230 pound freshman. Where does Winston Neal get his roster from?
Man, that's
he
a
must
question.
Work.
You know, he and I are Facebook friends. We do communicate, fairly regular. But that's one thing I've not asked him.
Murray Norman now with the basketball as Lusak missed 2, but they're going to get another chance, and they're going to get a chance at a 3. And DaCosta Ricks nails it. The Gallatin Green Wave.
He now
high school graduate.
6 points on the day now.
A 3-on-2. Cosley had a shot. He's going to drive and go to the opposite side of the rim to shield Luzak, but can't get it to go. We'll go to the free throw line for 2 free throws.
I'm willing to bet, Coach Neal and that program have such a stellar reputation. I'm sure that a lot of players approach him wanting to play for the man.
A lot of recruiting now on X, as I understand.
Yep, there's a lot on social media. There are always players that are promoting themselves on X and showing highlights of themselves, pointing out that they're not, they're non-committed and that sort of thing.
Peter Luzak going over to the trainer's table to get looked at. Probably has some blood. He didn't probably. He has blood. It's just apparently oozing out of his body as Cosley hits 2 free throws. Sometimes you think about what you say, and it's like, yeah, that was from the Department of Absolute there. Claybrooks fakes right, goes left, kicks it to Patterson, who drains a 3 from the corner. Ryder Patterson. Trenton, Tennessee, Peabody High School. He is an emotional player. Murray Norman now right wing as they swing it around the horn. Inside to J.D. Claybrook. He kicks out. Going to keep on passing until they find an open man, but no, Murray Norman's going to drive into the lane and shoot a shot back to his right while he's going to his left. Skurlark said played hot potato there. Claybrooks trying to find an open man. Malik Curry, number 30, hand up in the face. And this shot by Cosley, run down by Murray Norman. Norman from Brighton, Tennessee, Munford High School. That's down in West Tennessee. Columbia State, they just happen to be out of Columbia, Tennessee. J.D. Claybrook with the shot over Cosley is good.
His first points of the game.
Now 57-41. 2-on-1. Wes Pittman in his first year at Dyersburg, located in Dyersburg, Tennessee. Patterson stepped on the line, having a bit of an issue. Apparently the court has shrunk on the left side, as we've had 3 players who've stepped out of bounds down this way. Full team change, as in hockey. Not on the fly. You have to wait for the whistle.
That's a problem at the facility at Pellissippi State. A lot of players step on the line there because it's hard to see. It kind of blends in with other things on the floor there.
3-point shot.
Bubble. Yes, beautiful from Fisher. Tyron Fisher knocking down the 3 to go up by 21.
8th made 3-pointer for Columbia State.
Fisher with 14 points now. Cosley.
5, 6, 7 pumps. It's still got a shot blocked.
Didn't know when he was going to stop with that.
Comage able to get out of there with all of his limbs and the basketball.
And not traveling, which was amazing in and of itself.
60-41. Game 3 of the day. Final game, Roan State over Southwest. Alley-oop and the flush for Nate Melosi, or Nathan. Depends on whether or not you're winning an award or not. Nathan, call me Nate Melosa, the Defensive Player of the Year, named between games just a short time ago. Destin Christian with the basketball, the big wide headband, soaking up some sweat. 8 on the shot clock. Emmanuel Okogie, his pass gets by Cosley, but his shot clanks off the rim a couple of times. So
that's amazing. It was as close as it was on the shot. He just kind of threw it up, trying to beat the shot clock.
In Columbia State won both games earlier in the season, 101-59 and 85-58. A missed dribble there by Melosa. Claybrooks open on the left wing. His shot is off the mark. Kenny Ellis skies for the rebound.
Ellis only listed at 6'1", but his vertical leap is pretty impressive.
Went to Green Hill High School. That's in Wilson County, just east of Nashville. Says he's from Old Hickory, Tennessee. It's a city now made famous by Nate Bargatze as Jamison Glass. Another left-handed, one-handed shot. Nate Bargatze, the rising star or risen star comedian, now a game show host. He's from right here in Old Hickory, Tennessee. I mean, it's not Murfreesboro, but nice place to live. Manuel Okogie, now being double teamed, gives it up to Claybrooks. Coach Pittman calling a play, and I don't think it's just pull up and shoot a three. Oh, he's got a clear lane. They left him wide open. He missed the bunny. He missed it twice. The tap, no good. Tyron Fisher has the ball fall into his arms.
All of those opportunities, but yeah, the traffic and the defense there having something to do with all of the missed opportunities.
There's a kick ball, I thought, up court to Okogie. He goes right at it, off the glass and in, even though he's met there by Tyron Fisher. Timeout called by Dyersburg State. It's going to be, I think, a full timeout as the players will have a seat, so we will take it with them. Columbia State with the 21-point lead, under 8 minutes to go. We'll be right back on the VolState Sports Network.
Are you missing out on $400,000? A 2-year degree from VolState can increase your earnings by 17% a year. Discover your true potential in technology, business, healthcare, sciences, or the arts. Find what you've been missing. Find it at VolState.
Tim Reese and Jay Harper on the VolState Sports Network, broadcasting all 20 of the conference tournament games. 10 for the men, 10 for the women. After today, we'll be more than, no, not more than, close to halfway.
Close to halfway there.
9 games, nope. It will be halfway. I forgot,
yeah,
we had 6
and 4.
yesterday.
Yeah, 6 yesterday,
6
4 today.
and 4,
so,
carry
yeah.
the 1, take your shoe off. It's 10 all day long. Twice on Sundays, and that's tomorrow, and that's Women's Day here in the TCCAA.
4 more games tomorrow.
Stands for Tennessee Community College Athletic Association, if you're not sure. Don't know. It's kind of like calculus. You don't really need to know that. Underneath to Comage. I'm telling you, he may be the hardest working guy on this club. He is inside, he's outside.
Yes,
he's right
he
now,
is.
he's got
And
the
there he
ball.
is.
And
Yep,
he
with the steal.
just didn't have the legs to drive that one home, though.
One of the steal
He wanted
leaders.
to.
Tyron Fisher leads the conference in steals. Comage right behind him.
Destin Christian goes right to the chest of Nate Melosa. Gets that off the glass as he shielded the ball. Comage is from Murfreesboro, attended the Webb School. 6'3" sophomore. 7 sophomores on Columbia State losing the ball on the turnover. Nice pass there as Comage is met at the rim by Melosa.
Well, that was a Okogie that had.
Did I say Comage?
Yeah. But yeah, a Okogie who just really put on a show yesterday with, what do you have, 28 points yesterday?
He did. You know, that would be a story if Comage is going up for a basket and his teammate Melosa slaps it away, but
blocks it.
That reminded me of last year's Defensive Player of the Year, Jean Lafleur. He slapped a lot. He led the conference in blocks. He's no Kendall Myree from VolState from last year, but she led the entire nation for VolState in block shots and then decided she didn't want to play basketball anymore. And that's okay. Kenny Ellis gets to the right elbow. Gets it back, sees Glass all alone underneath. His shot is knocked away. He gets the ball back. He's a magnet. He's a ball magnet. Jamison Glass in the lane.
14 points now in the game for Glass.
Cosley trying to get free, gives it up to Okogie. Now over to Claybrooks for three, no good. Glass clears it. Jamison's 6th rebound of the game. And a fresh 5 getting ready to come in for Coach Winston Neal.
And his guys barely break a sweat before they get to have a seat.
Glass strong from the free throw line there as Christian comes out with it. And again, looks to me like he's palmed that ball about 4 times on the way down the court. But back in the day, you couldn't put your hand underneath the basketball and still dribble it. Now they call it a hesitation move as Skurlock gets the 2 inside the lane. I'm not living in the past, Jay. I'm just remarking to the young people who might be listening. Glass flashes, gives it up to Melosa. Timeout call by Columbia State. Winston Neal says, I'm ready to get team number 2 in the game.
That's right. Got to get another wave in there.
And he's
give them some minutes.
Using his first timeout out of 6. I'm guessing he won't get to all of them. 5 minutes and 6 seconds to go. We will keep it right here. Do appreciate you watching and listening. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast. As Jay Harper, been the voice of the Motlow State Bucks and the Cleveland State Cougars for basketball this year, and now he's on to baseball and softball after this. He actually has already been doing it and moving on to baseball and softball afterwards. I, of course, broadcast VolState baseball, and when I get a chance, do softball as well. I'm telling you, Jay, I've only been doing it for about 5 years. You said you've been doing it for 45 years, whatever you said yesterday. I love doing this. I love being at the games, and I really enjoy being part of this conference.
It's a great conference, and a lot of people look down their nose at the JCs, but let me tell you, these junior college athletes are skilled and talented, very athletic. It's great competition. I really enjoy watching these athletes at the junior college level. And they just don't get enough love. They don't get enough attention, at least from a media and exposure standpoint.
Right. From the corner, shot by DeCosta Ricks, ball's knocked out of bounds. Murray Norman lobbying for Columbia State to keep the basketball, but official Aaron Denton says no. A.J. Petway checks out. Now Okogie, don't call me Comage, down court. Christian steps on that boundary.
And he knew it as soon as he did it, like, oh, man.
I think the other 10 teams are going to lobby for VolState to extend the width of the basketball floor here. The Richard Moore Gymnasium, former coach and athletic director. Bobby Hudson, 20 years now as the athletic director. He's a Hall of Famer in the TCCAA, I believe at the national level as well. Murray Norman's in and out on that 3 attempt. Coach Hudson's been with VolState for 40 years. Me, just 5 as a volunteer at Volunteer State.
That's appropriate.
Skurlark over to Cosley for 3, in and out. Rebound to J.D. Claybrook. Peter Luzak in the game. Arnez Anderson, DaCosta, Ricks, Murray, Norman. Emmanuel Kogi is hugging J.D. Claybrook. Norman for three. It is off the mark again. Norman has one, made three. Skurlark's step back three is good.
Norman, a 39% three-point shooter, so somewhat above average in that category, and he does, I believe he has one here today.
Claybrook gets right to the right portion of the rim and off the glass.
Back to a 22-point lead as that is picked off by Norman.
This three is short. Rebound not made by Claybrook. He commits the personal foul. That's his second. Roan State to take on Southwest Tennessee. Upset winner over Cleveland State in overtime yesterday. They are the 11th seed. There's 11 teams in the conference. A three-pointer for Emmanuel Okogie. Atlanta Shiloh High School. Claybrook with it. The reverse, can't get it to go. Just didn't have enough flip on the fingers. He gets the steal. No, he's on the sideline. That shrunken, it's like you want to just grab the patch symbol in the middle and just kind of pull out with your middle finger and thumb to open up the width of the floor for these young men. Jay Harper will put down one headset to put on another one and go downstairs. Appreciate him taking it for the team. As speaking of team, a fresh five out there for Columbia State. Antonio Ward, Josiah Marsh, Darnell C., Malik Curry, and Jawan McLemore, team number 3. Skurlark, the shot is good, and a foul is going to be called on Columbia State. Dyersburg State's going to retain possession. No, they're going to get, is it going to be 2 shots? Oh, they're going to call that as an intentional foul. They've crossed the arms. As Elijah Cosley is going to go. Darnell C. went right through the chest of Cosley, who comes up short on the free throw. He gets 2 shots, and Dyersburg will get the basketball. If this was a tighter game, that would be a huge, huge play. But with a 16-point deficit, the potential, actually could have been a potential 8-point turnaround, still could be a 7-point turnaround if they hit a 3 here. Skurlark between the leg dribble gives it up to Cosley, and there's Claybrooks for 3. It's short. Out to Antonio Ward. Left wing, look inside, and now kick out. C already has 1 3. 5 on the shot clock. C drives in, and his 15-footer is short. Rebound to Destin Christian. Up court pass saved by Emmanuel Okogie. Coach Pittman says, let's get into it. Down by 15. He hit a 5 threes, but that one is way strong. Now Winston Neal says, let's run the clock. We'll go ahead and do the 3-man weave at the top. Marsh He's not going to run any weave. He's just going to get down in the corner and shoot it. Scarlark gets it off the glass, but it won't go. Rebound falls to Malik Curry, redshirt freshman, 6'8", out of Jackson Northside High School. Now we're at 26 on the game clock. Jay Harper will meet with Winston Neal as they will move on and take on the winner of our fourth and final game of the day. Roan State and Southwest Tennessee. 8 seconds. Scarlark will get it across the timeline, and he's going to fire up a three. In and out, no good. Final score, 74-49 or 59. A 15-point win by Columbia State. 20 minutes after the teams leave the court is when Roan State and Southwest Tennessee will tee it up. We'll carry it right here on the VolState Sports Network. Jay waiting as the Columbia is the number 2 seed moves on. And after tonight, we'll be down to the final 4. Jay Harper's with Coach Neal.
Another decisive victory for you, Coach. You know, you've played these teams so many times. How do you keep your team motivated when perhaps they have had a decisive victory in past games? How do you keep them, up and not overconfident?
Well, fortunately, we have a bunch of sophomores who want to win, and that maturity helps. They were ready for this game. They were fired up for this game. I didn't have to motivate them at all. They want to win. They want to do well. They want to execute. They want to do all those things to win another championship. So those sophomores led the way.
Well, you've got a day off. You'll face the winner of our next game between Roan and Southwest. How do you prepare when you've got a day off? Do you let them rest a little? I mean, how do you work that?
We're going to rest. We're going to get up shots, and we're going to go over the scouting report of whoever wins. So that's the plan right now.
Well, I guess that's how you be a championship coach, as you have been in the past. Good luck to you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All righty. Tim, we'll send it back to you now.
All right, Jay, thank you very much. 74-59, Columbia State gets it done in their first game of the tournament. Our fourth and final game, Roan State Raiders and Southwest Tennessee Salukis. Right after this short break, thanks for watching on the VolState Sports Network.